Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of Industreleven. Off camera, I did a spot of mining, and thanks in no small part to my divining rod, I was able to find a significant quantity of diamonds. And yes, you will see me use a lot of them in this episode. I have here 17, and then an additional 9 in this chest here. There's a lot to be done this episode. So I'm going to start off with, I think I'm going to start off with this. I'm going to grab all of this, and I think I've got the stone transport pipes. Yeah, they're in the other chest here. I may even need more transport pipes. Basically, this is going to be a stone generator. So let's go ahead and lay down the cables and the bat box. Now I need to get inside the power plant here so I can lay down the 2 buckets. Yep. There we go. And that should get my water mills, yes, starting to generate some power, which means I'm starting to get power into the bat box. Now remember those 3 furnaces that I destroyed towards the end of last episode? Well, they're back. I'm going to go ahead and place them here, here, and here. Yeah, that was misplaced. Power cables go there. I'm going to go ahead and put the wooden transport pipes in front of them. Redstone engines on top. Ooh. I need a wrench for that one. Forgot the wrench. The Buildcraft wrench. Buildcraft has its wrench. Industrelcraft has its own different wrench. So let's see here. That is 4 sticks. 4 cobblestone. 3 iron, right? So I should be able to take 4 sticks to a wooden gear, then to a stone gear, and then I believe it's still ironed in a Y shape. Yes. Let me go ahead and put the flax seeds I just picked up away. Alright. Let me double check. That is the way I want to place it. Don't worry about the pneumatic tubes seeming to go into the redstone engines. Yeah. Hold on a minute, let me find that out there. Yeah. The redstone engines don't actually have an internal inventory, so nothing's ever going to go in there. Alright. Now let me dig out some of this land here. Alright, now that I've got this bit sorted out, I'm going to go ahead and put my water buckets here. Right there. I do have another item from Red Power called a block breaker. Let me fix the orientation, and that requires a different tool called the screwdriver. At least Elram had the good sense not to call it a wrench, so I didn't have to worry about 3 wrenches floating around. 3 different incompatible wrenches floating around. I think... yeah, there's the screwdriver. I I think I'll go ahead and put these 2 buckets up in here. And give the opportunity to shift those 2 buckets around. And, yeah, I'm beginning to think I made more buckets than I actually needed. Oh well. Anyway. Yeah. And I want that small hole at the top. That means that the breaker is pointed down. I keep forgetting stuff. But before I forget this, I'm going to go ahead and place down the 2. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Easy fix. Whoops, I just misplaced those. Alright. So now that I have that sorted out, do I have any more red alloy wire inside? I do all of this preparation for these episodes, and still I manage to forget stuff. That won't be enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and use our alloy furnace to make up some more. Did I have any spare red alloy ingots? Doesn't look like it, no. Alright. In the meantime, alright, so it looks like a couple more things I need to make. Now, one of them I did expect, honestly, so I don't expect this will be too big a deal. There was this chest that had it, right? Yes. Alright, and if I remember the recipe correctly, should be 2 stone on the side, glass in the middle, redstone on the top gives me advanced insertion transport pipes. And then grab 2 more iron and a glass. Allows me to make the iron transport pipe. Is this done? It is. So now, must remember not to do that with a pipe or pneumatic tube in my hand. Alright. Got the rest of my red alloy wire. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I'm under a bit of a time crunch here. Or maybe I should even disconnect that. I think I will disconnect it, actually, yes. Alright. Go ahead and remove all these chests here. Go ahead and put stone on the bottom of that. Get my chest back out. I'll put an advanced insertion pipe there. And then rotate that so that the items all go this way. And now I just need to figure out how I'm going to get power to these 3 redstone engines. I do have 3 redstone torches. So, yes. This should be basically a working machine at this point. And now, it's just a matter of letting that run for a while. In case you're wondering about those darker blocks, dark brownish blocks on the mini-map, that is a special function of Ray's minimap. Those are actually slime-containing chunks. Those are chunks that will spawn slimes. Note to self, check that I don't have a screwdriver before crafting a screwdriver. Oh well. Now you have 2 screwdrivers. If I ever build something massive with red power, I'll have screwdrivers to manipulate everything. Now, I think the next thing I need to do... Oh yes, the other thing I did off camera was make a trip to the Nether and get some glowstone. So now what I'm going to do next is start off with equivalent exchange. And that's, well, properly start equivalent exchange, and that is done with the Philosopher's Stone. Now, I'm using equivalent exchange 2 version 1.38. There's been quite a few changes. It's been adjusted quite a bit. Basically, stuff has been generally made more expensive, which pushes equivalent exchange more towards the mid-game. But I can at least get a start on it now. And the next equivalent exchange item is this transmutation tablet. And yes, I do get my Philosopher's Stone back after making the transmutation tablet. Now, I'm not going to set the transmutation tablet down just yet. Or should I? You know, I'll set it down here. This seems to have become a critical part of the base. So right here, I think, is the ideal place for it. Now, I cannot just transmute anything into anything. Let me show you. See, I put a diamond in there. It now says, you saw it say learned there for a second. Now, I could just click on this diamond and get it back, which is fine. Really would have been kind of a, it's a wash, really. And now, with obsidian, it now knows how to transmute stuff into obsidian. Now, that's about as far as I'm going to get for the instant moment. I was just doing that to show you how it works. I'm going to be doing a more thorough loading of my transmutation tablet after the episode's over. Now, the next thing I'm going to make, let me grab that's the stuff for the collector. No, that's the condenser there. And this is the materials list for the collector. So let me start by making the collector here. To do that, I need to turn 9 diamond into a diamond block. I put a furnace on the bottom, glass on top, 6 glowstone on the side, and I get an energy collector. Excuse me. Now, next thing I want to do is make an alchemical chest. That's made of the diamond in the center, chest in the bottom, 2 iron around the chest, 2 stone around the diamond, and then 1 of each of the 3 types of covalent dust across the top. That gives me an alchemical chest. Now, if I surround it by 4 diamonds and put 4 obsidian in the corner, yes, that gives me an energy condenser. Now, the energy collector and the energy condenser are not, and let me actually grab diamond real quick before I head out. They're not going to go in here, no. You see that little grayish circle there? Yes, that's new. I actually dug that out as part of my episode preparations. Let me go ahead and grab a little bit of stone here. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put the condenser there. The collector, Mark 1, goes there. And then I'll just go ahead and put the glowstone on top. And now, if I put a diamond in here, it's going to start eating the power from this collector, sending it to the condenser. Now, the EMC value of diamond is 8,192. In other words, it's going to be a very long time before I get another diamond out of there. I'm not going to fret too much about it for this episode. I'll need it next episode, I'm sure, but I'm not going to be in a massive rush just yet. Now, there was one other thing that I was going to do this episode, and let me start with making it, and this is Buildcraft. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start by crafting 7 wooden gears. Use the cobblestone to turn the wooden gears into stone gears. Use the iron to turn it into iron gears. The gold turns 4 into gold gears. I keep the 3 iron gears. And then I use diamond to turn 2 of the gold gears into diamond gears. Finally, craft diamond pickaxe, and then diamond pickaxe on top. Diamond gears, gold gears here, iron gears along the bottom. Did I have that mixed up? Hold on a minute. Let me double check that. Oh! That was also mixed up. It's redstone on top, diamond pick on the bottom, and that gives me the quarry. So now, let me go ahead and grab that stuff out of there. I can make 3 redstone torches, put lapis lazuli atop a redstone torch, and I get a Buildcraft landmark. Those are useful principally for marking out plots of land, of course. And finally, if I can remember the formulation, but if memory serves me right, I was going to make, let me go ahead and make the 2 pistons. Yes. 2 steam engines, and those require 2 stone gears each. So put stone gears around the piston on the bottom, glass in the middle, cobblestone on top, and that gives me 2 steam engines. Now I just need a bit of coal. I wish I could say I was doing great on coal. Honestly, I think once I have enough diamonds, and in particular at some point between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and set the condenser to making coal. I assume the condenser can produce coal from EMC. Now I just have to remember, I marked out 3 corners of an area where I'm going to put the quarry. Now I just have to find it. That was part of it there. Alright. What I'm going to do is, let's see, I have the corner up here. Alright. Go ahead and create that. And dig that out. Now, what happens to a landmark when it gets redstone power? Well, it produces these lines. And these lines will tell you exactly, these lines are exactly lined up. If you put a landmark along those lines, it will connect. Assuming it's not more than, I think it's 4 chunks away. I know. It's a bit painful, to be honest. Alright. That's sorted out. I'm going to remove the redstone torch from that one. Which means that the interior is going to be a 17 by 17 space. And that is, oddly enough, exactly what I want. Now, I could say I'll explain why in a future episode, but I think I'll go ahead and explain now why I want the interior of this to be 17 by 17. You see, I mentioned a couple episodes ago that I wanted to build a rubber plantation. There we go. Now that marks out the square. Yeah, this is going to be the site for my rubber plantation. Alright, make sure I get all my landmarks. Alright, and there's the third one. Yeah. Now, my normal style for a plantation is basically 4 trees on a derp. Alright, if you'll excuse me, I need to return to base. Real quick, because I evidently forgot my pipes. Oh yeah, I put them up when I finished with that thing, and then forgot to grab them again when I was done with the equipment exchange stuff for this episode. Alright, now which chests did they go in? I only have 2. Alright, well, I could use this glass, but I think before I do, I want to teach it how to make glass. That way, I can just make more from the transmutation table. Alright. Go ahead and put the redstone torches and the landmarks up for the time being. And then, yeah, make my way back over here. Alright, and go ahead. Set this down. I'm going to lay out a 3x5 plot here. I know diamond drill for that, not the best tool, but oh well. Alright. Ooh, that's only half of my chests for this. Alright. Well, I guess I'm extending it by 4 then. Alright. I'm out of stone at this point, aren't I? Yeah. Well, time to see how much stone that machine's making. I get the feeling it's a lot. Whoa. It's... not only is power a concern, but 3... I'm going to slow that down by a factor of 3 to 6 seconds. Because at 2 seconds that time, that machine was just producing way too much cobblestone for the system I had there to handle. Alright, finish placing my chests here. Alright, and then advanced insertion pipes going into each pair of chests. I'm going to go ahead and double check the placement of my actually, I think I want this engine on the bottom. Yeah, I think that would work better. Alright. Can't obviously be standing like this for too long. And now, if I put a torch underneath it, it's going to start powering the quarry. And you can see the little laser there that's starting to build up the perimeter of the quarry. It's not going to be the fastest quarry in the world, and I suspect it will take a significant amount of coal to reach the bottom of the earth. And honestly, I think the only time I'll be returning to this quarry is to refill the steam engines. I'd like to point out at this point that that's something I can easily do off camera. So, that's, I think, everything I wanted to do for this episode. I just checked on that and made a little bit of a tweak to the stone generator, just because of concerns about power usage. And now, 2800 EMC. Nice, except that a diamond is 8,192 EMC. I'm still having a power issue. Let's come up with something, I'm sure. Alright. So, with everything I set out to accomplish this episode done, I think I'm going to call it an episode. Next time, let me think. I'm going to assume that I'll have enough diamonds in my energy condenser to be able to make another collector. Whether I'll do that next episode or between episodes, I haven't decided yet. Next episode, I will definitely do some stuff with forestry. I do have forestry installed. Might as well do something with it. See you next time. This has been Industreleven. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and/or subscribe.